We have arrived.
Preem. Hang here a minute.
Nah, I'm coming in. Flip through the new releases.
This place.
What can I do for you?
Heard Carrie Uridine pops by once in a while.
Best music store in Night City. Everybody pops by occasionally. Know why else they come?
No, but got a feeling I'm about to find out.
I don't snoop on customers. Don't keep no record. And I don't run my mouth. So, how can I help you?
Looking for a 6-string, electric.
Feast your eyes.
That one looks like mine.
I want something solid and true.
What? And they're not?
Rattle on the low E, cause the neck's bowed.
Nothing a screwdriver won't fix.
Most important thing's the pickups. Guitar's gotta have something decent there. Don't give half a fuck how it looks.
Okay.
Cheap clunkers made out of shit.
Oh my gosh, they're
itself was made out of unseasoned veneers.
Still playable. Just gotta know how.
No offense, but I'm looking for a real instrument. And willing to pay real money.
Oh, should have said so. Come on, let's go out back.
I'm coming too.
Sure, you might learn something.
Stairway to Heaven. Choose guitar, huh?
How's this?
Whoa!
To the
Fucking
right
awesome.
and left, the latest chromatics and Hendersons. Vintage axes in the back.
Choose guitar, huh?
Tensor Paradise. This a replica?
Real as you or me.
Gotta be over 100 years old.
Double humbucker, neck screwed in, not glued. A beauty. Classic.
Perfectly balanced, too. Barely needs holding.
Deleuze Orphean. Not a fake?
Take a good look.
Relax, just making sure. Looks authentic, well maintained. Must be around, 70?
90 and still going strong. Fretboards, pure organic ebony.
Wanna try this one?
Be my guest. I'ma let you two play around in here alone. Else those savages out front will clean out half the store.
I like the change in the guitar, having like the tuning at the bottom.
Never ever heard anyone play Silverhand like that. You know, I read he never took any lessons. Chum was totally self-taught, made up his own style. How do you do that? I mean, sound just like him.
I am Jimmy.
Practice every day and you'll play like that, maybe better. You can learn anything, I promise.
I don't know. I can learn a few riffs by heart, but it'll only ever be performing, never next gen.
Good point. That's why it's better to invent your own jam. That's what practice is for.
And talent.
Talent you got.
Really? You think so?
What, don't think you're any good? A little self-criticism is useful. But believing in what you got, that's much more important.
A real rocker boy. Doubt that'll be me, ever.
Come on, have faith. I just don't say things I don't think are true. Not anymore.
Best day ever. Fuck! My hands are shaking.
My bad.
Rockers are rebels. They always speak their minds. Tried once with my dad, you know. Didn't go so well.
In time, you'll learn who you really are. What you
Amazing how everywhere in Night City he could have chosen to live, he got right next to our rocker
Be
boy.
authentic. Rebels are made, not born. Made from the punches life throws at them. The punches they take.
You know, you're weird. But I like you anyway.
Let's pay. Delta out of here.
I wanted to say the other thing, but couldn't choose.
I'll
And?
take it.
Excellent choice. Glad to see she'll be in good hands. Help you with anything else?
No, thanks.
5,000, that's it?
See ya. Let's Delta. Still got some biz to take care of.
How much money do I have? I only have 5,000.
All right.
Hey, friend. You good?
You good?
All right. Let's roll.
Sure thing. Where to?
The cemetery.
You got it.
Yes, the single cemetery that exists in Night City. Everyone else just gets, everyone else just gets cremated, I guess. Okay, so this is a few months after. I never heard what
It's
happened.
gonna be another Cope War. Liable to jump at each other's throats any day now. Think it's true? Think there'll be another war?
Asking the wrong guy. Got no interest in the topic. Couldn't care less, to be honest. No.
Couldn't care less.
Why?
Because I realized I don't have to.
Got a friend who lives around here.
Where?
Can't see it from here. Just saying.
He a good friend of yours?
Invited me over to his house once. His mom made lunch. Then we went and hung out on the bridge. I like driving through here. It's nice.
City looks alive.
'Cause everyone's out walking around?
Not what I mean. It's like we created a monster and never even noticed when it started to eat us alive.
Like Frankenstein?
think-
Frankenstein's monster, you mean? Know what? You're right. It is nice out here.
Never been out this way?
Johnny calling Night City nice.
Never noticed. Never had time to just sit down and watch. City slipped through my fingers. Just sped right by. Passed underfoot, overhead. I can't even say when it happened.
Gonna write a song about it?
Maybe.
Whoa! I didn't know you had a gun. Hella preem. My dad used to sell ones like those. You gonna shoot someone?
Don't do that anymore, not unless somebody gives me a reason to.
Any more?
It was a time I thought life was cheap, meant next to nothing to me. Thought that about my life, but especially the lives of others.
What are you gonna do with it?
Put it back where it belongs.
There's this memorial. I guess that counts.
Can I come with?
No, wait here, okay? Won't be long.
Okay.
Gotta check the directory, really?
Can't carry this around anymore, you know? Can't keep wallowing. Can't keep obsessing over what happened. Couldn't forget you anyway. I'm wearing your goddamn face. Thanks for... well, for everything. Rogue. Can't believe it turned out this way. You'd still be queen of the afterlife if not for me. Although, I'm sure you'd say we finally got him good, huh? Yeah, we fucking got him. I shouldn't have dragged you into this. I'm sorry. I'm wiser now, and I don't plan to waste it. So this is goodbye.
So this is the kind of graveyards they have in the future. No markings, no names. Everyone just gets forgotten.
Where to now?
Hey, what's this?
Want one?
Give all that up. So should you. Bad for your body, bad for your soul.
Where to now?
I got a bus to catch.
The person you just, visited, he died a while ago?
She, and not that long ago.
You miss her?
A little, yeah.
When my grandpa died, I missed him a lot. But now I only miss him sometimes.
Good talk there, Steve. I don't remember taking the guitar with me, but I guess I did. Bye, Steve. And away we go. Oh my God.
Stop the bus! Hey! Get off! Wait! The guitar! You forgot your guitar!
No, I didn't.
Got double glasses.
Haven't forgotten a thing.
It's supposed to be a touching moment, but it isn't. What's that? What the heck?
Hey, V, I know you're a free bird and all, and you're gonna do what you want when you want.
Temperance in the world.
You could at least let me know you're alive, you know? I don't want to say anything, but you missed your last checkup. And like I told you a million times, just call when you can, okay? See ya.
I guess it didn't matter. Oh,
Pick up. I think... Fuck.
V, I don't know where we went wrong. Maybe something happened, or you needed to lay low. If you can, just give me some kind of signal that you're alive and everything's okay. Please. If you ever need help, you know I'm here for you, right? Always.
feel bad for Judy.
Stay safe. Call me when you hear this. Hello, V. How are things? Weather in the Badlands is pleasant as usual. My cooler melted, it's 90 degrees in the shade, and there's sandstorms heading straight for us. So yeah, you're missing out. No, but seriously, we're doing all right. Saul and I somehow get along, for better or for worse. But still, family's always growing, work's always piling up. But better to keep busy, right? And to think if it wasn't for you, I'd still be stumbling my way through Night City. So I just want to say thank you. For all you've done for me. I'd still be lost if you hadn't set me on the right track. Alright, well, talk soon, V.
Yeah, talk soon.
Don't be a stranger.
Hello, V. Saul speaking. Heard about something big happening in Night City, with a certain V in the lead role. Don't know what you plan to do now, but just remember, we always take care of our own. And, you're one of us now, V. You're an Aldo Caldo. Remember that. Take care of yourself, V. And see you around.
V, hey! Can you hear me?
I didn't really do much with the Aldecados. It's kind of weird that they're playing such a big role in the credits, but...
All of us have been wondering when you're finally gonna drop by. We can get a barbecue going, knock a few back, do a couple of races, or pay a friendly visit to the Raven Shiv.
Avocados and toast, yep.
What I'm trying to say is, well, Badlands could use a badass like you, V. Don't know what you got on your plate right now, but remember, you're welcome out here anytime. All right, now, take care.
Hey, V, so funny thing just happened. Oh, fuck's sake. Voicemail again. Do you ever answer the phone? Like, ever? Seriously. I can get through to data term customer service faster than you. What did I even... Oh, yeah. You know that Us Cracks agent called me and asked if I would go on tour with them. At first, I was like, over my dead fucking body. But then I thought, hey, wait. I could actually be fun. So, who knows? Well, there's the latest gossip for you, if you care.
Thanks for the update, Carrie.
Bye!
V, hey. So, here's the thing. A couple fellas from the 5th Precinct busted a shop selling illegal iron. Sawed-offs, stun guns, mustard gas canisters.
Orders from on up were to blow it all to the ground. But then I thought, maybe there's a better way to use all this stuff for a good cause.
A good cause for mustard gas.
Remember what you did for us. For me and Randy. The city needs more people like you. And I'm gonna make sure they're equipped. This one's on me, V. See you around.
Wow. Wait, what?
Hey, it's Peralez. V, you're gonna want to hear this. But first, you need to go somewhere no one's listening. Okay, so my wife, Elizabeth, she's in on the whole thing. She keeps saying I should look after myself. Tells me to take these pills. Says they're vitamins. Got them analyzed at a lab. And they look okay. But how am I supposed to know if somebody didn't falsify the results? When you got a sec, call me, okay? Oh yeah, and don't forget to delete this message.
Thought he was deleted.
Hey, V. Sorry to bother you. I know you're a busy woman and everything. But, well, I was wondering how you were doing, so I laid out a quick tarot and... Oh dear. The Hanged Man, the Magician, the Star. Those are not good cards, V. They're really bad. There's something like death, but not quite. Take care of yourself, okay? I hope to hear from you soon.
No call from Padre. No call from anyone's mom. Well, whoa. Well, I guess now is a good time as any to give my thoughts. It was a good game. It wasn't what they advertised. I'll come off with that right off the bat. For what it is, it's a solid game. It's got a lot of things going for it. But they horribly overpromised for this game. There's so much that could have been done with it that I think would have improved the game overall. But and I don't think that they can go back and fix it. I don't think that this is going to be a No Man's Sky situation where they can go back and add all the things in. It's just the way it is right now. And I don't know if they can make a solid sequel. Like, it just wouldn't feel right, in a way. This doesn't feel like a Witcher situation where they're gonna make a second one and a third one. It's its own story. They laid the groundwork, but they couldn't get everything they wanted to grow. There's a lot of placeholder and first draft elements to it. I feel like I probably got one of the worst endings. Definitely bittersweet, but I don't know if there were any really good endings. The weird thing was, like, I had 3 different paths I could take. I could either give Johnny the reins, go with the Arasaka's plan, or I could go with Pan Am. But even at the end of Johnny's, I had an option to go to the Void. I don't know what that would have ended up with. I'm kind of surprised they never did anything with Jackie, because they had mentioned that, you know, they took Jackie's body. He was just dead. Like, yeah, we were supposed to feel bad for him, because he was, you know, our our close friend, but the fact is, we never really got to know him that well. Apparently, like, V only knew him for like 6 months. So, yeah, it was sad, but like, and again, they killed off, what was it, T-Bug? She just died off screen. It was like, unclear if she had actually died, even. It was just like, oh, I've been made, and then she screamed. So that was kind of lacking in a punch. Okay. Quest variety was lacking. A lot of them just ended up being go to place, shoot person. Some of the dialogue was a little bit weird. Voice acting didn't always land, but you know, I think for what they had, it was acceptable. I would say this is probably a 7 out of 10 game. The open world elements do resonate well with me. I find it fun to just go and, like, little bite-sized things. It's not quite like Breath of the Wild, where there's always something new to do. It's a little bit worse than that, where, yes, okay, there's a crime over there, okay, there's a quest over there. You could just kind of do it endlessly, but it doesn't have the same draw because it gets so repetitive over and over. I didn't like the gunplay at first. It was front-loaded with a lot of just mess. I remember the first major shooting segment, I was just like overwhelmed, like, God, there's loot everywhere, I have to manage this quick hacking, the shooting, I can't tell what's what, who's where. My guns sucked. Eventually, that got a bit better, where I could tell what was going on, I knew what I was doing. The map was kind of, well, it still is very cluttered. It's hard to tell what's going on. It's bright red. I kind of wish you had the option to edit the UI a little bit, because Johnny had, like, green and blue. And while that wasn't always great, I would have preferred a green map to a bright red one. But, you know, these are small nitpicks. There's a lot of stuff that didn't quite work. Like, they were good in concept, but they just were executed clunkily. The fights, where I basically had to bug them out, where I was just spamming heavy attacks. There was no strategy. All the enemies had, like, way more health than they really should have for the fights. The races, I think, were the worst implemented, where you had to do them for a side quest, but they were made in such a way that it was hard to fail them. It was hard, you couldn't really win by a mile because they would just teleport the cars behind you. You couldn't get much of a lead, and if you crashed, the other cars would wait for you. So it's like, if you had 5 or so checkpoints, you could get back ahead, even if you completely failed. So, it lacked any sort of real feeling of what you were doing mattered for those. Crafting and all that stuff, I made a pretty general build. I was able to do, like, most side things without too much of an issue. I feel like if I had focused entirely on quick hacking, you could easily make some very overpowered builds. But at the same time, having a bat and a gun and occasionally doing quick hacking like I did, that worked out just fine. Crafting, you know, base level. I don't like that, I don't like that you couldn't recraft some items, like the black butterfly, or no, black unicorn. That was apparently like one of the highest DPS items, and doesn't tell you, hey, if you dismantle this, you can never get it back. So, I did that on accident, and it's just gone forever. You needed the base version of the weapon in order to make the higher version of it. You had to put a bunch of points into that to get even the ability to make good items. Like the blues and purples, those are good enough. But to make the golden ones, you have to put so many points into that. Which I guess isn't unheard of. Like for Skyrim, you can just craft out 1,000 gold or iron daggers and you're good. But because you get levels so sparingly in this, it felt like a heavy commitment. I want to give these people the credits, the time that they were due, but I'm going to fast forward. We don't need to see all the localization. I'm sorry. But I don't need to know who played someone in Arabic. No more thoughts on, you know, what else there was in the game. I think I've summarized my opinion pretty well. Jeez, there's a lot of credits. I mean, I guess they did develop this for like 7 years. Like 7 years worth of credits. I feel bad for the devs being kind of put into this rough situation. I guess one of the main things that really summarize the promise versus the delivery is the fact that the original teaser trailer for this, where the woman with the mantis blades gets brainwashed and they put that helmet on her after she goes crazy, after she turns into Cyber Psycho, that whole idea, it has been relegated to a single side quest that's only explained through text. You go into a clothing store, it gets attacked by Cyber Psycho, you defeat them, you get interviewed by a woman, you go back later and talk to the owner, and then he tells you, oh yeah, that woman who interviewed us, she was also a Cyber Psycho once. Isn't that interesting? And that's all the information you get. There's so much more they could have done with this concept, but it is what it is. And like I said, as it stands, it's not a bad game. That's how I went about it. I wasn't hyped for it. I wasn't like, oh, this is going to be the next Half-Life 3 amazingness. This isn't going to be a game I lose myself in for hundreds of hours, exploring the detail of the world. It's a good game if you can run it. I'm sure people on PS4 didn't have a good time. People on Xbox didn't have a good time. Rough launch. It's no Skyrim. It's no Elder Scrolls. But then again, Bethesda has been making those games for decades. And while CD Projekt Red has been making a lot of great games, in the Witcher series, this was their first foray into it. Like, you don't look at Morrowind and think, wow, that is the epitome of RPGs. Because it's aged horribly, but Here we go. Congrats, you've completed the main storyline of Cyberpunk 2077, but remember the Night City never sleeps. There's still so much more to see and do. You can return from your last open world checkpoint. We have a special reward waiting for you. It's probably just going to be the gun. If any of the rewards are separate, gun. It's the Pride. Oh, I got to keep the shovel, but it only does 200 damage now? What? The thing did like 2,000 before. I guess I got to keep the Pride. Is that it? I don't get to keep the thing that... Nope, I don't get to keep that jacket that she gave me. I don't get to keep those jet boots. I think all I got was the Pride. Well, I mean, I could always do it again. Get a different ending. Maybe we'll do that another stream. I don't know, would that kind of ruin the finality of it? Yeah, shovel was pretty good. I never used it. It was cool. That's all of it. Maybe I'll do another stream. Do another mission. Or do the other ending. Maybe I'll just do some gigs on my own. Record that. Upload anything that's actually interesting. Amidst all that mess, but... I guess that's Cyberpunk for you. Thank you all for watching. If you're interested in seeing another ending, I think there were like 3 of them. Or technically there might even be like 6, depending on if all of them give you 2 options at the very end. It's a lot of... That's a lot of options at the end for a lot of meaningless choices throughout the campaign. Or throughout the main story. Like, nothing I really did mattered that much until you get right here. And ain't that just RPG for you? Anyways, you all have a good rest of your day. Maybe back later with some Hades, but we'll see. I'll see you then.